get stuck in Aquarius. So we have the Two of Wands coming up. Don't worry, I'll pull clarifiers. This one's going to need them. Two of Wands, you're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. You know the path that you've been on, it's done. You know it. And a lot of people have been getting this message. It's like epiphanies coming in all over the place. People understanding stuff, deciding that, you know, I'm done with that life. I'm done with that job. I'm done with that relationship. Or, you know, I'm done with the way that current incarnation of that job or relationship, whatever. This is about going in a different direction. So it doesn't mean you're leaving anyone. Doesn't mean you're doing any of that. But the path that you've been on, it's finished. And you know it. You know it. Now, this is about picking a new path. And the hardest part about that is we are afraid to make the wrong decision. You know, we stand there looking at them saying, well, which one look? They both might look identical. Or, you know, they might be, well, if I do that, then this will happen. If I do that, then this will happen. The not making a decision part, that can zap your energy so fast. You know, that your kind of life force starts leaving you because you're just standing there. Nothing's growing, nothing's changing. And all the while you have this decision of going in a new direction. So Two of Wands is not just picking a new direction. I think Libra got this card as well. It's not just about picking a direction. That's Two of Swords more, you know, that kind of intellect, the truths, trying to figure out which is the truth that I want. The Swords energy, that's the energy that we're familiar with. No, this is fire. This is Wands. This is once you pick that path, it's not so much about picking it. It's then what are you going to do? What action can you take to head down that path that you've selected? That's September. That's your underlying energy. So that's September. September is about going in that new direction, making a decision. And we have the Queen of Wands coming up at the heart of your reading. Now, there may be a fire sign, you know, or someone that has those characteristics, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your life. But I'm kind of getting that this is you. I mean, we have that whole top row, Wands, fire coming in. And what's interesting to me is there's not a single pentacle in there. So you're like, fuck being practical. Sorry about that. But that's kind of what I'm getting from this. It's kind of very, I know we're the rebels, but you know, it's more than that. It's just like, screw this. What do I want? How does this feel for me? We've got all this passion, this energy that you're ready to kind of push out into the world. She's here to be seen. The Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, they're both celebrities to me. They're the ones in the spotlight. They shine bright. They are confident. They know what they want. They know what their passions are. They're very sexy, you know, whatever. Passions run the whole kind of passion. We can get passionate about a game of football or something, or, you know, in the bedroom, whatever. But it's, we know what gets that energy, what raises that energy within us. And that's what you're going for. That's what the direction that you're going in is. What makes you shine? What is it that you don't have to dim your light for? This is Aquarius with the dimmer switched all the way up. No dimming here. It's all the way up. Where can you shine? It might be that you've been doing something already. You've been waiting for recognition by someone, you know, or in your field of work, whatever it is. She's also more social. Maybe you're getting out there more. She's very attractive. It may be that you find someone very attractive or someone finds you very attractive. General reading, right? Can go either way. But what does attractive mean? Apart from the obvious, like, you know, I'm attracted to this person. If you're attractive, you attract what you need to yourself. One's for me a manifestation energy, because it's the energy that we put out into the world and then that gets returned to us. And talking about things getting returned to you, we have the Three of Wands coming up as your past or foundation. Somebody else got this guy as well. I think it was Capricorn. I'm not sure. But I love this guy. This is my favorite depiction of the Three of Wands. I have two favorite cards in this deck. One of them is the King of Wands. The other one is the Three of Wands. Why? Because the Three of Wands talks about your ships coming in, right? What you're waiting for some return. You've put in some effort into something. Now you're waiting to see what comes back from that. But you know what to expect. There are never any surprises because you've already done the work. You've done the Ace of Wands. You've done the Two of Wands. So this is another decision. I think you made one before this. Now, what I love about this card in particular is he's got a whole armada coming towards him and he's ready for it. He's kind of limbering up, the muscles bunched in his back. He's standing there and he knows what's on the ships. He knows what cargo is coming into him and he knows what he's going to do with it. So this might indicate that you've had a plan. You kind of knew what you were going to do with it. You were waiting for something to come in. This can be about expectations. So what were your expectations? This is not a wait and see energy, but this can be news from overseas. We're talking about mundane, everyday kind of the way these energies can play out. You know, this might be that you've done some work, or you've connected with someone, you've been socializing with someone, and you're waiting for news from overseas. Maybe it's a long distance thing, right? Or you're looking for a job overseas where you can go and shine. But very confident, very kind of bold energy coming up at the top with that Queen of Wands and that Three of Wands. But that's the path, that's the foundation. You've been waiting for something. You have been waiting for something. You might be trying to manifest something. This is a manifestation card, but it's that part of manifestation where you've done the visualizations, you've done the whole, you know, my vibration is this. Now you're waiting for what's coming into you. You know, the like attracts like, or this is the like that you're attracting to you. This last week, last month, last year, I don't know how long you've been standing here waiting for those ships to come in. Where does it lead? We look at the past to see where does it lead. It leads to the Tower. Well, I can tell you this. Whatever you were expecting, that's not what comes in. Something completely unexpected comes in. Lightning strikes the Tower. No one expects it, right? But you know why? Do you know why this happens? Because I kind of feel for, and this is not going to resonate with everyone. It's general, right? But what came through to me when I saw the Tower here, and this is unexpected, and this is expected. It's because you've been waiting here for too long. Are you even waiting for your ships? Are those your ships? You know, it's like showing up. Maybe somebody else's ships are coming in and you haven't actually done the Ace and the 2. That maybe you have to go back to the 2 to pick a direction now because you skipped a step. I don't know who that applies to. And that's not the overall energy. That's a specific thing that came through. Don't know who that's message is for. But what is for everyone, the main energy coming through is what was expected is not what comes through. Something unexpected comes through. Let's find out what that is. I mean, it's always silly to try to clarify the Tower because the whole point of it is that it's unexpected. People don't like the Tower. They're afraid of it. Why? Because we're creatures of habit. We love, you know, we love things to be predictable and that we can deal with them. But I think Aquarians are actually pretty good at handling the Tower. Because we kind of, you know, it's that whole kind of Uranian aspect of it, which lightning bolts strike, unpredictable things happen, and we're like, yay. That's kind of right up our alley. But I don't know in this case, because we were expecting something else and something else comes through. Now, what is this to do with? I think it's an unexpected decision. Maybe that's what you have to make the decision about. Maybe you thought you'd made it, because I keep getting the sense there's an implication here of a decision that has already been made. And now you're having to rethink that decision. But you're good. Don't worry. You're kind of confident in this. It doesn't throw you. Don't worry about it. All right, Aquarius. I hope this resonates with as many people as need it to resonate with. I've been saying this to a lot of the signs. I keep getting very kind of personalized readings. They come across as personal readings. Obviously, when I do a 6-card spread in my personal readings, I clarify all of them and I pull like at least 1 or 2 cards for each of the cards. It's not possible to do that in a general. Firstly, the readings will be very long. And secondly, what's the point of getting more and more specific when everyone's specific is going to be different, right? But if we want to know what the Tower, so the Ace of Cups comes up. At one end of the spectrum, this could be something as simple as, oh my God, like, you know, I have a new idea, a new epiphany, an awakening of what makes me happy. Whether that's spiritual, whether that's about love, relationships, romantic, emotional growth. It's all of those things. But I'm kind of getting a very kind of relationship angle here. And relationships can be all relationships, right? And especially with the 2 of Cups coming up there. But I'm going to explain both of them, don't worry. Just bear with me. There's people that don't like long explanations. Just skip ahead. You'll see when the card goes on. But that's how I ramble, and I like to explain the cards to get the message across as it came through. So we have strength coming up. Let's go with that first. That's courage. Why do you need the courage to go for this? And Aquarius, you know, that's so Aquarian, and I can call us out on that. Aquarius sun here. It's almost like, why do we need the courage to go for what makes us happy? Why do we need the courage to look at our emotions? We're so cliche sometimes, right? We're so, not even cliche, it's stereotypical Aquarians. This is that. Which I don't think Aquarius is pretty much Aquarius anymore with all the shit that's been going on over August. But the Ace of Cups coming in. What do I always say about this? I say it's an opportunity. that comes. Aces are always opportunities. They're doorways that get presented to us. We get to walk through them. However, the aces are always ours. It's us. It's the raw form. It's just us. When there's an ace, it's just us. There's no one else there. No one else's deal. It's just what we are doing ourselves. So this is your cup, Aquarius. Your cup. Before you get to the Two of Cups, which the Two of Cups is someone else's cup matches your cup. I always say it's a good idea to know what is in your cup. What makes you happy? What do you love? How do you feel? Like attracts like, right? So what we have coming in here is, you know, whatever is in your cup is about to get matched. It's about to get matched with the Two of Cups coming up in the future. So take this moment with that Tower. This is a gift for sure, guys. And if you have the courage to do it, have a look at how you feel. Do you love someone? Do you love your career? What brings joy to you? How have you grown emotionally? And for some of you with that Two of Wands sat up there, this is about actively choosing a path towards love. Remember, you have to walk down that path. You don't just say, oh, I'll take that one. It's then what can I do? The decision to date, the decision to go looking for look for a new job, whatever it is. Because it's a big shock, guys, especially when we get, oh, this is what's expected. Oh, this is what's not expected. Of course, it takes courage. But this is about not losing our shit, right? With the Strength card coming up. The Ace of Cups coming up here is, it's take this moment, take as long as you need. You're not going to miss out on this. You've got 2 twos here. So this is about options coming in and going in different directions now from where you've been. But understand what's in your cup. Every great love story begins with how we love ourselves, how we feel about ourselves. What do we want for ourselves? What's in our cup? That's very important. Have it overspilling with joy and happiness and self-love and self-worth. All of those beautiful things. Because if you take an empty cup forward, if you feel lonely, if you have, and I talk about this in my podcast rambles, I'm not going to go into it too much. This is manifestation stuff. And I've talked a lot about this in a number of different rambles that I've done. Recorded there on my website, links in the description. But if you go forward with, I don't know, jealousy, anger, lack, I'm lonely, all of this stuff, you're going to meet someone who's going to reinforce that because their cup will be exactly the same. That's why it's so important when the Ace of Cups comes up. But usually it's about happiness. It's a new way of feeling. A new emotional cycle opens up to us. How do you want to begin this? What are we going in with? What's in our cup? Now, you go forward and we have the Two of Cups. So this is where somebody has the same cup as you. And that's amazing, right? And as Aquarians, I know, that happens to me. If I meet someone who is even slightly on the same wavelength as me, it's like a hallelujah moment for me. I'm like, wow, because we spend so much time feeling like aliens, feeling different. It's amazing when we connect with someone. So this is profound. It is profound, whichever way you cut it. It is. I actually don't like this Two of Cups in this deck, just a little side note, because they usually mirror each other. And somebody left a comment, I think it was on the Scorpio video for the weeklies that I did a couple of weeks ago maybe. But people treat the Two of Cups like the be all and end all. Like, this is it. This is that connection. We're together for life. And it doesn't mean that, guys. It's the connection. And I always feel great sympathy for people who, it says a lot about why things go wrong in their love lives when they think this is it. Just because you connect with someone, that's it. It's the 2. We have to get to the 10 yet, right? In the cycle, from the Ace of Cups to the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is the completion. It's that heart's desire. It's that wow, everything. The happily ever after. Happily ever after doesn't mean, what is that? The where they just meet each other. That's not it. Where the eyes meet across the dance floor, whatever happens. That's not it. But the connection is profound. It's a profound energy. And I kind of see a deep attraction here. Now, I'm going with this as a romantic read because I know most people, a lot of people come to readings for the whole love romantic aspect of it. Does not have to be though. Doesn't have to be. If you're trying to shine as something, an actress, you do something creative. She's very creative. Or you want to be seen or noticed in your job. This can also indicate that somebody comes in, they have the same vision. And that's the point of the Two of Cups. It's the best, like that friend that comes in when you need them the most. The business partner who comes in and they have the same vision for the business as you do. The work colleague who comes and finishes the project with you, you don't have to even talk. They get it. They get where you are. They help you to shine. So this is support. It is support, but it's profound. Let's not kind of downplay it. It is a profound connection. But the free will of the two people involved here is what takes this further. You know, just because two people feel the same thing doesn't mean they're both going to react the same way to it. What's your advice, guys? What is your advice? Grab your sword, speak your truth. We have the Prince of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords coming in. And it's very quick energy coming in. You know, this could all happen in a day. It's kind of that's how it feels. You could go the whole of September thinking nothing's happening. I'm still kind of doing my 3 of Wands thing. I've got my plan. What the hell was Jay talking about? And bam, there we go. Tower hits. Suddenly we're looking at how we feel, what's in our cup. We meet someone going forward. And this is about speaking your truth, though. What do you believe? Are you ready to fight for what you believe in? Because he's very fast moving. He can come in out of nowhere. That's what the Knight of Swords does. He comes in out of nowhere. Wow. Amazing energy. We'll all have to kind of keep in touch and let each other know what happens with this, right? If this kind of plays out. I hope it's for as many people as possible, but it may be, like I said, that it's just for 1 or 2 people, that's their message. And the rest of you, you're going to have to let us live vicariously through you by telling us what happened with you. So let's get you that one. What was I saying about conversations and speaking and heart-to-heart conversations? Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. That's how you decide how you're going forward in the 2 of Cups. Just because you have a great connection. I know plenty of people. I read for them every week. Where people are madly in love with each other. They have that connection. One person sees that person as their life partner. The other person's like, oh, hell no, I can't handle this. What's going to happen? I have to focus on my business and this is too much for me and I can't get, you know, they feel the same love. So that's why we need honest discussion so that, you know, we can figure out where are we? What are we going to do with this? Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. Now think about it, guys. In the 3 of Wands, he's kind of off looking at, oh, well, I've done this, whatever it is, work, business, whatever. You know, he's manifesting. He's probably been sitting meditating or manifesting, not actually dating anyone, just been trying to get their ideal lover to come knocking on the door, right? It can be that. A lot of us do that, right? Because we don't actually want to date, but we want to meet the life partner. This is do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. Yeah, they've got their attention on each other. Go speak. Go show who you are. What are your thoughts? What are your ideas? There's plenty of us sapiosexuals out here that, you know, want to hear people's thoughts and who they are and what they think and what that kind of stuff is very attractive. There's a lot of attractiveness coming up in this reading. Observer. Why, Aquarius? Why? All right. So Observer does say, you know, it's when we take a step back and it's not time to get entangled in it. It's observing. I keep saying observing, I'm sorry. It's, you know, seeing what's happening, seeing what the lay of the land is. That's what Observer says. And I think that's before you, I mean, the whole month is about the decision, right? So whatever this decision is, please don't rush into it. You don't have to. Maybe explore, figure out what the Tower means for you. Do you have the courage to kind of go with this? What's in your cup? What's the other person offering in their cup? Have some conversations, speak the truth, right? And that is all observing. That's all taking in information and figuring out what you want. Understand the attraction. I mean, even if this is not a relationship, and let's face it, for most people, this is going to be romantic. Even if it's not that. If this is someone who's truly come to support you in whatever it is, and whichever way you can shine, whatever it is that you're creatively trying to put out there, whatever truth you're trying to speak, if this is that person, still observe, find out before you make that decision. The Moon. It's very much like the Moon card from the Tarot. You know, trusting your intuition, what's in the shadows, all of that kind of stuff. This is looking at your fears and doubts. Like the Moon will always be that for me. And I know some people don't read it that way, but for me, it always is. Because it's a card of illumination. And why do you have to trust your intuition? Because your fears are going to try to tell you what's in the shadows. This is bullshit. This is crap. This is whatever. We always have a choice which way we go. For some, that tower collapsing is going to be like, I don't want to do this. I want things to go back. I want what I was expecting to come in. But when we're manifesting, it doesn't always come in the way we expect it to come in. If you're feeling lonely and you're trying to manifest a boyfriend, and you might get the most amazing friend that comes through to support you, that you don't even feel lonely anymore. You get to have this great connection. And because your vibration's raised and you're hanging out with your friend all the time, you then meet this amazing person. Everything's a stepping stone to get us to where we want to be. We always manifest what we want, but there's different steps to it. Because if you're lonely, remember, if you're feeling lonely, you will manifest someone who's going to make you feel even lonelier. But like I said, I have talked about that. It's the first ramble I ever recorded, which was, okay, whipping out. All right. Dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, a miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why this tower thing comes in like that. Because of the Three of Wands. Because you've been kind of had your back to everything and looking at this. That's what I said. I said this in a post on Instagram. I think it was after the eclipses. I posted something. And I said on that, it was like some meme or something about women being forged in fire, or, that are created in fire. And that's what I said, that, nothing gets your attention like the tower. That's why I love that card. It's my favorite card, because nothing will get your attention like that. And sometimes, Aquarius, we're pretty stubborn, and it would take lightning striking down this house for us to understand that there's a new path to happiness available to us. There's connections that, we want in our life, that we need in our life to go forward, to get us all revved up. Conversations, whatever it is, whatever this person is that's coming in, or this connection is that comes in, it's something to be explored, right? And it has to be better than just standing there waiting for those ships to come in.